Is this your problem? Do you look for happiness from someone or something else? It's very common that we as people, and women especially, tend to look for happiness from something else that's going on, but we really have to be happy ourselves first. I'm Tiffany Yoverton, and I'm your Chief Sexinista and Orgasm Guru for Entice Me and Sexy Survivors. And today on Friday Favorites, we're going to be talking about those things that you do to fulfill yourself but aren't really fulfilling. They're really more of filling space instead of getting to the bottom of what you really want and what you need. So a lot of times we are relying on someone else, something else, whether it's a person or a career or drugs, alcohol, shopping, scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, looking on Amazon, buying stuff we don't need to fulfill what we really think that we need. But really what we need is self-love. And that can be hard because we always have other things we could be doing. And I hear the excuses. I don't have time, I have to do this first. I have to put this person first. When I lose 10 pounds, when kids move out of my house, when I get that promotion, then I'll have time to put myself first. But we have to put ourselves first so that we can be better at everything else that we do. And that starts with self-love and self-pleasure. The next few weeks, we're going to be talking a lot about self-pleasure and orgasms and what that does to our bodies and how it fulfills us. I know this firsthand because for most of my life, I suffered from clinical depression, and I tried to fill my life up with things like my career and working all the time and choosing the poor partners and bad relationships and thinking that that was making me happy. But what I found is that I couldn't be happy until I found myself. And when I went through that journey of self-love and self-pleasure and learning what really made me tick, everything in my life changed. Really get stopped on the street and people go, gosh, you're glowing. What's going on with you? And it's really that I take care of myself first. And when you have an orgasm, instead of those chemicals, those juicy, yummy chemicals that go through our release into our body, like oxytocin, instead of that cuddle chemical creating an emotional bond with you and someone else, that love is focused on you. And so it creates self-love and self-confidence. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how you can join our self-pleasure challenge that is coming up on September 14th. So when you love yourself first, you're better for you and you find yourself, and then you can be better at your job. You can be a better wife, a better friend, a better mother, lover, sister, everything, because you're fulfilled already because you love yourself. And then if you want someone else in your life or some other things in your life, you can want those and desire them, but you don't need them. They are there as extra goodness on top of, like the cherry on top of a sundae. So put yourself first, take some time, and it takes time out of your day to self-pleasure. I'm not going to say that it doesn't, and I'm not going to say that I get it in every day. But when you do, and when I do, and when my clients do, they make more money, they're happier, they're healthier, and they just radiate from within. And that's, I think, what we all want. We all want to be happy, right? And so take that time for you. Women, I know, ladies, you have a much harder time doing that than men. And in this pandemic, it has been very hard for a lot of women because, especially working women, you maybe have kids, you're trying to do the schooling, and putting yourself first has been very difficult. I hear you. I've heard that and I get it and I totally understand. But why it's so important, I'm sure that if you are in a relationship, your partner gets fed up, he just goes for a jog or goes out and does something, tunes out, where then but we tend to not do that as women. So I encourage you to take an hour or so for yourself, learn to touch yourself, learn to feel your skin, what really makes you excited and turned on, because we have to turn ourselves on instead of relying on someone else to turn us on. That arousal starts in the brain, so make sure that you are tuning into that, whether it's thinking about past experiences or reading erotica or looking at sexy graphics or a little porn, whatever gets you going, you know, whether it's thinking about a fantasy, and that fantasy could just be laying on a beach doing nothing and feeling the waves lap over your body. So it doesn't have to be something really erotic. It can just be something that you're thinking of. But relax, feel yourself, and then start to explore your body so that you can find out where your special erogenous zones are. And I mentioned that we are going to have a self-pleasure challenge that starts September 14th. So you can head on over to tiffanyyelverton.com/SPC for self-pleasure challenge and get signed up so that you can get all the information of when we kick off our free challenge on the 14th. Whether you're watching this in the replay or live here, you know, really take time for yourself this weekend and do something for you, but also start to feel your body. You know, we touch ourselves, we feel stuff, but we don't really always feel. So what does that feel like? What does your skin feel like? What does it feel like? Just close your eyes, and if you run your hands over your face even, what does that feel like where your fingers touch your skin? Give yourself a hug and have a great weekend. And then tune in every Friday at 3 on my personal page and 3:30 Pacific on my business page here on Entice Me Soirees. And again, you can sign up for that self-pleasure challenge at tiffanyyelverton.com/SPC. Please share it with your friends and whoever needs to hear this, that if you really, especially women I find that are looking for love, and they need to love, you need to love yourself first. Those women really need to love themselves before they can really be in a strong relationship with someone else. So take care, and thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.